working with students with special need for over 20 years, bringing insight and expertise in areas that have perennially challenged the district. And Elizabeth, 18 years of experience in labor and employment law, brings the full spectrum of perspective to issues around employee relations, fiscal challenge, and policy governance. I'm excited about the dynamic skill set Jones and Baker will bring to the Board of Education, and I urge you to support them at the polls on November the 4th. Stephanie Lawson Muhammad. And so, and here is the, what do you call this? The opinions expressed in this endorsement represent my own views and are not necessarily representative of the South Orange Mayport Board of Education. you always hear me going back and forth, the opinions of Marjorie are not necessarily the opinions of the South Orange Mayport Online Radio Experience, right? It's funny. So, if you are on the South Orange Mayport Online Radio Experience, I guess we truly believe that the opinions are not necessarily the opinions of, well, it is. It really and truly is. It's not the opinions of the South Orange Mayport Online Radio Experience. It really is. It is. Now let's go on. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the latest news from the Village Green. And let's see what my good friend Joe Strupp has over at the maplewoodian.com. We are going to delve into the 2013-2014 student performance result for the South Orange Mayport School District, the NJ Ask. Because it's always interesting, to delve into that and see, get into the numbers. Get into the numbers. So let's go over to my good friend Joe Strupp and see what he has in store for us. Township gets $150,000 for Borden Park upgrades. Maplewood received a $150,000 grant from the Essex County for unspecified improvements to Borden Park, according to NewJersey.com. The funding is the township's share of 3.3 million split among 22 county municipalities. The funds are designated from the Essex County Recreation and Open Space Trust Fund Advisory Board for development of a park, open space, or historic preservation. I don't know why they keep putting down lawn on that Borden Park, and every year they gotta redo it. I mean, it's like really wasted money. It really wasted money. So I guess the township health officer gave some Ebola facts. You're gonna get it. We're gonna give you some Ebola facts tonight as well. Let me see what else. What else my good friend Joe Strupp has tonight. Joe Strupp doesn't have much going on tonight. 44th Street becomes one-way road. On November the 3rd, 2014, the traffic pattern on 44th Street will be changed to one-way from Chancellor Avenue and flow towards Jacoby Street. The Township Committee recently passed a resolution to test this traffic pattern for a period of 60 days to determine if they will make it a permanent change. If you or your tenants have any question or concern, please call the engineering office at 973-762-8120. That's 973-762-8120. So we're going to go over to, let's go over to the South Orange Township to see what they have. Okay, we already told you about the problems with the dare that we have. Time check. The time is approximately 8:33 p.m. That time check is brought to you by All Star Motors, providing you with services you can trust. They provide you with ASC certified mechanics, New Jersey State inspection facilities, used car sale, authorized police towing, and emission repair facilities. You can call them at 973-762-8771. That's 973-762-8771. Coming up tomorrow, the Independent Authors Book Expo. If you are an author, emerging author, this event is for you. It's at the Crowne Plaza Hotel at 901 Spring Street in Elizabeth from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's tomorrow, October the 18th. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Crowne Plaza Hotel located at 901 Spring Street in Elizabeth, New Jersey. If you're an author, emerging author, then this event is for you. So if you're an emerging author, you want to definitely go out there. You never know. You might meet someone who can get your book published. Talk to the Township Committee. The Mayport Township Committee will meet on Saturday, October the 18th for its Talk to the Township Committee program, which gives the public the opportunity to meet with the Township Committee informally to discuss ideas and concerns. This session is an open public session at which no action is taken. Again, it's at the Public Works Recycling Center located at 359 Boyden Avenue in Maplewood. That's tomorrow, October the 18th. You definitely want to go out there and talk to the Township Committee. And then tomorrow, we have the Historic Preservation Commission open house from 1 to 3 p.m. It's at the local history room at the Hilton Library. That's the local history room at the Hilton Library from 1 to 3 p.m. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. News from South Orange and from the Township of Maplewood. Now, we talked about something last night, and it had to do with John Stewart and our good friend Bill O'Reilly, where John Stewart basically schooled Bill O'Reilly. Now, Bill O'Reilly had a comeback today. He made some statements this morning about what happened yesterday. Let's get that. Here it is. Oh, it is. Is it over here? No, that's not it. Let's get that for you. Take a minute. Okay. It's not over there. Maybe it's over here. Here we go. Now, yesterday, John Stewart schooled Bill O'Reilly in explosive white privilege debate. Today, Bill O'Reilly, white privilege gives people an excuse to fail. Now, let's listen to the debate between John Stewart and Bill O'Reilly yesterday. And I had a lot of, people talk to me quite a bit about this. So I'm replaying it for you again. So let's take a listen. Okay, here we go.
It's called Killing Patton, the Strange Death of World War II's Most Audacious General. Please welcome back to our program, Mr. William O'Reilly. I'm glad, given the Ebola scare, you still are shaking my hand. I think that's a positive step. I know you're very frightened, and I just want to tell you everything's going to be okay. There you go, baby. The book is called Bill O'Reilly, Killing Patton. It's like the 8th. We're just going to call this series Killing Trees. They sell like gravy.
You didn't read it?
No, I did not read it. Listen to me. Here's all I want from you today. This is it. This is all we got to do in this conversation.
Okay.
Just one. I have one simple goal.
Yeah.
I want you to admit that there is such a thing as white privilege. That's all I want.
I know. I knew.
I just want you to say, I'm terribly, terribly wrong on this.
Okay, look, if there's white privilege, then there has to be Asian privilege,
What?
because Asians make more money than whites.
What?
Oh, you didn't know any of this, huh?
Well, not
No.
in Vietnam. What kind of Asian? You have to
Asian Americans.
Well, no,
Asian
but
Americans.
It depends on where they're from. If you're looking at
They're from Asia. They're Asian Americans.
I understand that, but as a
Okay, they make more money, higher education, more affluent.
It-
So it's Asian privilege, not white privilege.
You're missing the point. And the
Sorry to confuse you with facts.
You're not. It's not the. That's the. Okay, here we go. The Asian experience in America, the Asian immigrant experience, is very different from the black experience.
Yes.
So it's really they're not equivalent. And either way, white people, males, set the system. So that's what privilege is that white people set the system that, yes, maybe Asian immigrants, once immigration policy was liberalized, have done better over these past 30 or 40 years. But there has been a systemic, systematized subjugation of the black community. Would you not agree with that?
Sure. That was then. This is now.
Oh, it's
right?
there was white privilege,
Maybe,
but it no longer
wait.
exists.
Maybe you haven't figured out that there is no more slavery, no more Jim Crow, right?
All right.
And
All
the
right.
most powerful man in the world
All right. Oh, boy.
is
Here we go.
a black American.
Oh, boy.
And the most powerful woman in the world, Oprah Winfrey, is black. Okay?
Being able to give people a free
This-
car does
this
not
is-
make you the most powerful one in the world. But listen closely, because
Don't mess with Oprah.
I see the issue. You don't believe that the residual effect of, slavery and Jim Crow are dead. But the residual effects of that systemic subjugation exist today.
It absolutely exists today.
Let's
but
go a different way.
It exists for every race, not at that extent. All
So
right?
that's white.
So you
boy.
don't put forth, all right, this white privilege, and if you fail, that's why you fail. All right, America is now a place where if you work hard, get educated, and an honest person, you can succeed. That's what should be put out there.
You are carrying
not all this other stuff.
You are carrying more of a burden as a black person in this country than a white person in this country. From
Collectively, yes, but not
individually.
You listen.
They don't stop
Individually,
and
every
frisk Wall Street
circumstance
bankers,
is different.
even though they've done far more damage to the economy.
They don't stop.
White people do more drugs in this country than black people,
Yes.
but black people make up a far higher majority of drugs.
You do know why that is. Why is that?
Because black people, it's about real estate to some extent. There has been a systemic subjugation through real estate. Black people are ghettoized in this country.
They're
and
forced
those
to live
ghettos,
there. They have to live there. Is that what you're telling me?
you're getting to a bad place, my friend. What made you culturally? Do you think your upbringing gave you values, and
Yes.
ethics?
Yes, it did.
You didn't grow up rich, right?
No, we didn't
But
have
you worked
much
hard.
money at all.
Right.
I did.
You worked hard.
Right.
You lived where?
Levittown,
Levittown.
New York.
So it gave you a nice, stable, a cheap home. There was no down payments. It was this incredible opportunity. Those houses were
it was just lavish.
subsidized.
Yeah.
It wasn't
It was
lavish.
just,
but it
they
was
weren't
stable.
subsidized.
But
they
it
were
was stable.
sold to GIs, and the GIs got a mortgage they could afford. Dude,
Okay.
Look,
Well, let me just ask you a
you're making
question.
a huge mistake.
No. Let me just ask you a question.
Yes.
Did that upbringing leave a mark on you even today?
Of course. Every upbringing leaves a mark on
Great.
people.
Could black people live in Levittown?
Not at that time. They could not.
So that, my friend,
My
is what we
friend?
call in the business white privilege.
Okay. That was in 1950, all right?
1950.
1950.
Were there black people living there in 1960?
In Levittown?
Yes.
I don't know.
There weren't.
How do you know?
Because I read up on it.
You read up. You know that.
I do
I
know
can
that.
find somebody.
My point is this. Even today,
Why would you want to live there? It's a nice place, but it's not a place like you. It's not like Bel Air.
because
Come
it's a
on.
place that built values. What you don't understand is,
There were
imagine growing
millions
up,
of black neighborhoods that built values.
But imagine
millions
growing up
of them.
knowing that you, as an American,
Yeah.
as a GI who fought in World War II,
Yeah.
couldn't buy into that because you were less.
It was unfair.
You were not good enough.
It was unfair.
And the residue of that That continues
The
today,
residue.
and that is white privilege.
It's all right. If you want to say it's white